Hello everyone, my name's Win, and today we'll be talking about 3 ways to manage your hair as you grow it out. So this is kind of geared towards curly haired guys, but I think these tips kind of apply to anyone. So my baseline so far, I'm actually growing out my hair. I used to have it kind of this length here, and I cut it off in last January, and I've been growing it out since. I have grown my hair, I would say it's about been 9 months since I last had a haircut. A substantial haircut. I usually get it cut every 6 months just to kind of keep the ends looking good. Just so everybody can get kind of a good idea of the length that I'm at currently. I'll show you. So in the front, it comes down to about here. On the sides, about this much. I would say that is about 4 or 5 inches. And on the back, kind of pulling out a strand, about the same length. So I started growing my hair when the sides were basically buzzed and the top was probably about 4 or 5 inches long. And just been growing that ever since. So today we're gonna go over 3 different ways that you can kind of manage your hair during this stage. They kind of vary in ease of doing. I'll probably start with a clip style, move on to a bandana style, and then finish up with a bobby pin style, and I'll kind of show you guys how to use those because most people probably don't know. The tools that I will be using today are a clip of some type. So I have 2 here. This one on the left is made by Scrunchy. It's that brand. You can find them at Target, CVS, any place that you would go to buy normal things. This one, I'm not sure the brand, but it comes from Ulta. Initially, I really liked this kind, but it has really thin teeth, and those have snapped off over time. And you see now I'm left with this one, which is I don't really like the color, so I don't use it that much. For the second style, you will need a bandana. So let me show you guys, just regular bandana. Everybody probably has one of these at home. Or you could use a scarf, but I think today, just for the length of the video, I'll probably skip that version. And then you will need some bobby pins as well. Everybody probably knows what a bobby pin looks like. Good way to manage your hair. I would caution against using the drugstore brand ones because they're really flimsy and they tend to bend out of shape, and you go through them a lot faster, and I just don't think they hold your hair as well. The ones that I'll be using today you can get at a beauty supply store. I got mine at Sally's Beauty Supply. If I can find it, I will link them in the description box below, along with maybe a bandana and a clip recommendation as well. And then just kind of another good thing to have, especially if you're growing your hair out, is a handheld mirror. This one has been really good. I've had it for a while. It has a rubber edge around it, so if you drop it on the ground, which will definitely happen, it's not going to shatter, because I've had one shatter before. And this is really good for seeing the back of your head, the sides of your head, which as your hair grows out and gets a little crazy, you're going to want to check. So let's start today with a clip style. Now, there may be some debate on whether or not this is an actual hairstyle you can wear out. For me, it gets the job done, gets my bangs out of the way, and I actually find myself wearing it kind of often, especially when your hair gets a little bit longer. It definitely works as a quick go-to style. So if you've never used a clip before, they just kind of open like this. One thing about the way that I style all my hairstyles is I try to keep some volume up here at the crown. Now, if you know that pompadour style that's been really popular, it's kind of swoop back here really big and then close on the sides. I try to kind of follow that as a guideline for a hairstyle that's gonna look flattering. Now, obviously my sides are kind of crazy and big right now, so that's probably not gonna be that tame, but you know, we'll do the best we can. So for this first style here, it's very easy. You're gonna want to take your hair, kind of push it back, and then I usually kind of grab from like about this point. So if you go like the high point of your brows up, I happen to have like a little thing in my hairline that kind of indicates where I should do that. So I'm just gonna kind of grab really lightly, being careful not to disturb the curls too much. And I'm looking over at a mirror right here. So I kind of like grab it back, just hold it like this, grab the clip, and you just clip it back right here. And you can kind of fluff this up a little bit, depending on how you want it to look. And honestly, like, I will wear my hair out like this. It's an easy way to just get it out of the way. I have dark hair. With this black clip, it kind of fades away. I think from the front it looks pretty good. Sides, you know, a little iffy, but you know, it's a quick hairstyle. Get it out of the way. Until you can like pull it back up, you know, you just kind of have to like deal a little bit with the awkward moments. All right. So like I said, that one was very easy, very quick, easy way to get the bangs out of your eyes. And you know, honestly, sometimes I've been like sleeping this way if I want to get hair out of my face, because you know, it's never fun to wake up in the morning, you have like a wall of hair in your face. Nobody likes that. So next, and actually I'm just gonna leave it like this while we do the next one so I don't have the hair in my face. Very convenient. Next one, we're gonna use a bandana. So I really like this red one. I find for me, red and black looks good because, you know, it kind of works as like an accent in your hair. Like you can, if you're wearing like a red shirt or something, like it's just another piece you can like use and it makes you look a little bit more stylish, I think. I don't know, maybe it's just a personal opinion. But for this style, you're gonna fold the bandana into a triangle. Everybody knows how to do that. And then starting from the corner, this folded end here, you are going to wrap this way to the large end. And this, I'm probably making this sound more complicated than it needs to be, but yeah, literally I'm just rolling this into a tube. I'm sure everybody has done a version of this before. Now I want to preface this by saying, it may look like I just put a bandana on my head, but I did think a little bit about it beforehand, and there's like a certain way that I'm doing it that I feel will like accent certain parts of your head and just makes it a cool shape. So what we're going to do is take this out, and you know, that comes out easily. You can put it back into place, and you know, it's good if you want to wear it down again. So I'm going to kind of turn like this so you can see what I'm doing. So notice how I rolled this on the edge. There's not like lines going. Like if you rolled it from the big side to the short side, you would get that sort of like spirally end. I don't prefer that. If you do, that's okay. It's definitely, you know, possibility. And so you're going to hold it in the middle and then kind of find on your head about right here, kind of where the round part of your head ends into your neck. And then I just put it like straight on top of my head right there so that it's kind of covering the lower half. And then I go forward. Hopefully you can see this on camera. And I just tie like a one like over, under, across, like you're tying a shoelace. And I flip back and I kind of like arrange this going all in the same direction. And I push back. Get your ears. And notice like I'm just kind of holding this as I go. And you're gonna wanna kind of be at this point. Obviously we're not gonna wear it like this, but you wanna get here. Notice I'm kind of arranging the hairs back. And then you're gonna hold it like this, pull it back without like pulling it off your head, and then push forward. And notice how I get a little bit of like volume right there. See? So the reason I'm doing that, like I mentioned before, you see those pompadour styles, it looks better, I feel, if you have some volume at this point on your head. And you can do it even a little bit more. And then I just pull it a little tight and then do one more cross. This. And I will tuck those in a minute, but what you're gonna do is once you're here, you're just gonna kind of push kind of without like raking, just kind of like push everything down like this. And you can see that this looks good. So this bandana is pretty short, so it doesn't make very long tails. You could leave it like this. It's a little Rosie the Riveter-ish. She's a cool person, you know, totally fine looking like that. But for today, let's just tuck them away so you don't see them. And then it's just like a bandana. So I guess, let me do a little spin for you guys so you can kind of see how this looks. To the back. And going back around. Hopefully that wasn't blurry. Yeah. So like I said before, it may look like I just like put a bandana on my head, but there was a couple of things that I was thinking about. One, creating like a volume area right here. And two, starting the band like on top of your hair, like right here. Now the reason I do that is because if you go under this hair here, it sticks out and it kind of creates a weird shape. So I would recommend against doing that. Up to you. I mean, everybody's hair is a little bit different. Hairlines are a little bit different. You're gonna have to kind of work with these and figure out what you like on yourself. But I don't know, I work as a designer. I kind of wear this to work a lot recently. Just because it's clean looking, pulls everything back, is like a stylish way to kind of manage your hair. And I like it a lot. All right, so that's the second hairstyle, a little bit more of a style, I guess you could say. Pretty quick, pretty easy, it doesn't take a lot to do. Now this third one will definitely take some practice. You're basically pinning your hair into submission until it looks like a good shape. And this one, there's a couple like ideas that I try to do every time I do it, but the execution of it can vary depending on how your hair is starting. So I'm gonna take this out, you just pull it back, and you kind of go back to that. It's looking a little crazy, but that's okay. We're about to do something to it. I'm gonna grab my pins. Let's grab a couple of these out. And this is like where you're really gonna wanna use the mirror because you want to know what is happening in the back of your head. Okay, so first let me teach you guys how I use bobby pins. Now, if you have really thin hair, you're gonna have a hard time using bobby pins, I think. The advantage of having curly hair is you can hide them really easily, especially if your hair is a little bit darker. But basically what you're gonna wanna do is, so a bobby pin has a straight end and then a rigid end, like a ribbed end, I guess you could say. And what I do is I kind of open them just a little bit. Imagine this is my scalp. I'll kind of grab some hairs. Actually, usually I'll do it with this straight end down, I think. It doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, for this way, probably do the flatter end on the bottom. So you're gonna rake your scalp, catch a couple of hairs, then you're gonna turn the bobby pin like this and push it back through. And I'll demonstrate that one more time. Hopefully you can see. We're low tech over here. We don't have a zooming in features on this video. But you're gonna hold it like this, rake your scalp, catch a couple of hairs, pivot it, and push it back the way you came. Now this is a super secure way and it will really, really hold things together. So basically what I'm trying to do in this look is kind of create like that pompadour haircut style with long hair. So, you look at your head now, it's just volume everywhere. Today it looks pretty good. I'd probably just wear it like this, but if it was like day 2 or day 3 and it was starting to look a little crazy, I just wanted it to be controlled, like I was going out and I didn't want to like find out at the end that my hair is just looking crazy, I'd probably do this style. So I kind of tackle it in 3 places. I deal with my sides, my crown here, and then my others. So both sides of the crown, and then depending on how it's looking, sometimes I'll put some pins here to like hold this back, but that shall be determined depending on how this goes. All right, so first I would start with your crown. Now this is very similar to how we did the clip, honestly. You're just gonna kind of grab hair, you know, in a way that looks okay, and then we'll do this in real time. Hold it like this. You're gonna pick some of your scalp hair, turn it, and push it back in. And like you can see, that's holding. So I'm just gonna like, when I do this, I kind of just like see what looks good as I go and just sort of like pin it in place. It's not super professional, and I'm honestly really hoping it turns out for this video, but we shall see. All right, so I'm just doing that thing where I rake, scoop, and put it back in the other way. And this makes like a really secure. Sometimes like you have to go back and forth. So you'll pin like one part and it's not necessarily looking the best. So you're gonna wanna like go back and pin another part, you know, more volume in a certain place. But the goal here is to not see the pins. You just want to you know, deal with it. Okay, so for the sides, you know, they're kind of out like this. I grab it and I twist it. So I like grab it like this, and as I'm going, I twist it and like add more hair. So you see that twisting back, adding more hair. And it makes like this like twist shape like this. Continue, twist, add. And I usually go to about like right here. And you're going to grab your pin. This is really hard to do when you're not in front of a mirror. Now for this, grab like the edge of the twist, and then you go back kind of the way you came. You see? And it will definitely hold if you, okay, so this might be something I will take care of in a minute, but we will see. It might look good when it's done. And then for this side, you're gonna do the same thing. So again, kind of pushing up, twisting, twisting. Now you can see a couple are falling out, but that's probably okay. So you see I have this like twisty thing. I'm gonna put like grab the edge. See what I'm doing? Hopefully you can see. Go back, twist up, and go in. Okay, so you can see now, it's a little crazy still, but like you can see we're getting a shape that is kind of doing the same thing that the bandana was doing. Of course, like my ends are kind of popping out. Okay, I can't see that mirror over there, so 1 second. Yeah. So I'm probably going to take care of these. Yeah. I'm gonna go back and do this middle part again because I don't like how it's laying. I mean, sometimes this is seriously like a give and take. You gotta like, but like now see how I'm going forward. I want it to have like this, twisting. I want it to have like a certain kind of volume. And sometimes you just have to work with it. Don't fight your hair too much. It will work if you just kind of work with it. This seriously, like, sometimes you just don't know, but if you put enough pins, beat it into submission, it will work. Okay, so there. I find with my hair, like, usually doing this like twisting thing works a bit better. I actually haven't really been using bobby pins a lot lately, just because, you know, if you get random pieces like this, kind of gather them up. And like this, I kind of just like if there's a weird piece, I'll just kind of like grab it and like a lock and then bunch it up and then bobby pin it back. I get that this is probably going to be a lot for most people. That is fine. Okay, so I'm going to go back. These little ones like this. I'm just going to grab the end, put a pin in, and for these kinds, just like stick it straight in. Okay. Okay, and then we have this one here. I'm going to deal with that too. Pins. Don't be afraid to use pins. These tools are designed to help you manage your hair for a reason. You just don't really have to deal with it when your hair is short. Don't be afraid to use a lot. So how's y'all's day? Mine was really good. Really hope that this helps somebody. Okay, so I feel like the front of this looks good. The sides are kind of looking cool. If I was by myself, I would grab this mirror. Now I have a mirror over there. And so I'd kind of like turn. And I would like evaluate like how the back and the sides are looking, which is what I'm doing now. I kind of like how it's looking from that side. Let's see on this side. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So, depending on what you're gonna do, like if you're going out, I would probably hairspray this just so you like know it's gonna stay. I always bring a couple extra in my wallet, like 2 extras, because like you can do a lot with a bobby pin. And just kind of put them in my wallet just in case stuff starts going wrong. If you see like pieces popping out, don't mess with it. Just like grab a pin, like grab the individual piece of hair and just like poke it back in and hold it with the extra pin. All right, so hopefully that helped you guys some. I know that last one might have been a little bit complicated. Hopefully you could see what I was doing. Maybe I can make a tutorial in the future about like how to use bobby pins a little bit closer in. Let me know. But yeah, it takes a little bit of practice. This is my second time growing my hair out. So I'm a little bit like used to the styling things that you have to do to, you know, contain it. So I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below. And leave me some ideas for videos in the future because I do like filming them. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.